How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back to another video where we're just going to be playing through a tank and talking about it. Like a mini review, sort of, but not really, because most of the tanks that I talk about I've already reviewed to a certain degree, and if I haven't, then I will make a full review on them at some point. It's just finding the time to actually do them and when I can kind of fully understand the tank. But we are going to be playing the Progetto 46 today, and we are going to be talking about this thing. It is probably, it's probably my favorite tank in the game, actually. However, it is only my favorite tank in the game when you kind of spam gold with it. Because if you don't spam gold with it, it's fine. Like, it's good. You know, it's better than most tier 8 premiums. But when you spam gold with this thing, oh, it's beautiful. Not just because of the penetration difference, but more because of the actual shell kind of trajectory. As most of you know, APCR goes faster than AP, and so therefore it can kind of shoot a lot straighter. So at shorter distances or medium distances, it's not dipping as much, whereas AP will be. So that is why most people will go mostly gold. Same for Barask. I mean, the Barask is slightly different because the Barask gets really, really bad standard pen. But we take a little bit of standard rounds as well because of the fact that obviously do a little bit of normal rounds, put it into the weaker targets as well, or the closer range targets, and you earn a little bit more credits out of that anyway. So we're going to be playing it in a few different builds as well. We will be playing it with no rations at all, and we will be switching it up as well to kind of the more AP loadout. Hopefully this is, well, the way that I do it is that if I get to tier 6 games, then I'll just go to AP because there's no point going full gold at tier 6. Even the heavy tanks, you can just pen with AP. So there's no real need to kind of spam gold in a tier 6 or a tier 7 game. 212 is more than enough most of the time. Now, there are a few different builds, as I said, that you could go for. The main one is that you go for turbo, and then you go for vents, and then V-stab. Obviously, it'll be better if you have bond vents and bombed V-stab, or even a bond turbo as well, but you can get away with it, as you can see here. Using food, you have 451 meters view range, you go at 60, and you have 0.28 accuracy. More than good enough. You don't need to have, you know, bounty or bonded on this tank. It's really, really nice in that respect. The other one is that you could go and move the vents into the first slot, and then you put optics, and then you get 503 meters view range, which is super nice if you wanted to use no rations, for example. That way, you could just go something like this. It's good. You can go full AP. You can go with no rations and go for a fire extinguisher, and you're making a lot of credits if you do damage. Another thing that you can do is switch this out to survivability for 50k and then put on improved hardening, and then you can go ahead and trade a little bit more with people at closer distances, especially with heavy tanks and whatnot. So say you get onto Himmelsdorf, you might want to take improved hardening because you're gonna, you know, be battling it out, and you don't necessarily need turbo on Himmels or Ensk, for example. So you could go and choose this. Another thing that you can do as well is make this thing have insane gun handling. You go and put bounty aiming, vents, and then that 0.26 accuracy. But in my opinion, the gun handling and aiming is already very, very good. So you can probably get better items out of that. So what we are going to do is have HP boost as our secondary build for when we do meet, you know, Himmelsdorf and stuff like that. And our primary, we are going to have turbo. I will change it out because I will be making different things, and we will be playing with no rations at some point. But let's get started on the basic kind of build and see how we do. Okay, as you can see, I have changed a few mods around. I am not going to make another video on my mods. Everything is within Aslan still. And I do still have the Marks of Excellence mod, but I just have it hidden, as it adds a nice little bit of a surprise at the end to see how much we actually changed. And also, it then just stops you from concentrating so much on a mark rather than actually playing the game. So let's see what we can do here. Obviously we have our kind of standard ammo loadout of 1233 because tier 8s, and also it's a big map, so at distance we're going to be struggling a little bit with AP because it does only get the 929 shell velocity compared to 1250. So it's quite a big difference and a big jump between the two. Especially at longer distances, it's nice to have the higher shell velocity. Well, finally something's moving. Alright, let's back off from here. Maybe we can get some shots over this side. Just Barask. No shots yet. The M41 might spot him as he moves. Batchat is there as well. We shoot this? No. Okay. Well, this is a little bit annoying. Most of the enemy seem to be passive. See if we can get some spotting through here. We'll play a little bit more aggressive now. I know there's a Caliban to my left. But let's see if we can spot anything. Okay. Well, we spot a fair amount. Maybe that other one went in? I'm not too sure. Bulldog is still with us, which is good. He hasn't died yet. Well, so far so good. It's not a, well, it's not an adrenaline pumping game, is it? But hopefully it picks up a little bit, because this is a bit boring. Don't quite have the gun depression to be able to do that. Not without overexposing ourselves way too much. I can do it this way though. There's a Scorpion G, but we don't know where he is, as he hasn't been spotted. Lover and everyone else is pushing forwards. We can get a kill on this guy. As we know, the shell travel time is really slow, so we have to compensate for that. This guy's pushing up as well. That's unlucky. Sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to block you, but you know, you did ram into me. Okay, you know what? We're switching to APCR now. We'll load the full clip because this is longer distance and it's annoying, to be quite honest. And now the Progetto really comes into its own. Should try and move around a bit. Maybe we can actually shoot this guy in a second. The M3Y is pushing that way. Oh, it's just so nice. Such a nice shell velocity and just everything about it, man. Problem is though that I'm about to get shot from the Lava and maybe even the Caliban if he's lucky. You know what? I think this might be worth it. Just to try and get out the way. Because we need to retreat. Okay, good. Relative safety at the moment, which is fine. Right, what can we do? What can we do? Critical hit me. Really? Can I get shots on this guy or not? Don't think that was really worth it. I mean, he's dead now, so maybe it was worth it, but... Really? We should be able to go this side, and we shouldn't be able to take damage from the left, because the CS is there, right? We can just play along this ridge line. We'll be fine. Puts 2 in. Unfortunately, though, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die for that. Can't even really peek up and do much to help. That's really good, actually, that he just died. I want to try and shoot this Super Persian if he pushes. And he shouldn't push. But if he does, then it's fine. Because we should be able to put 2 shells in, maybe. And I have Progettos behind me. Well, one's a Panther, but starts with a P. Okay, leave me alone.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Doesn't even spot me for it. It's a little bit annoying. Nice. That's very annoying. Gun letting me down a little bit there. But it's still okay. There's no arty, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll peek up again. He may even try and run. So, you know what? Scorpion's isolated there. That's fine. Let's see if we can go and spot, like, the Tiger 2 or someone. I am conscious of the fact that, obviously, the Caliban is still around.
Penetration. We didn't even scratch them.
Okay. Can the CS finish that? I don't think he has shots from that angle, actually. He does. Thank God he does, actually, because that's the most deadly tank taken care of. Okay. Tiger 2 pushing our CS. I'm going to try and help him out. I know the Batchat's in the middle, probably. I really didn't want to get spotted there. It's okay, we don't get spotted for shooting there, though. Still have an ISU. Our Progetto died. Unfortunately, the problem is that the Batchat is still full health. We know that the Batchat isn't a very, very stealthy tank from the grind, as we know. So we may be able to spot him. I am tempted to go back here. We enter the gaming. I really didn't want to take a shot from this guy though. I didn't think that he would spot me.
Enemy armor is damaged.
That's just bad timing, to be honest.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy is hit. We didn't penetrate.
I mean, bad aiming as well, but... At least we killed the Scorpion G. Nice, you can push up. I just need to wait. We both can't take a hit, so... I can't tell. He's over the other side, right? Yeah. This is now the biggest problem, is that I don't know where the Batchat is. He could be anywhere. So, what health is our Panther on? I don't know. The Batchat's over there. Can the Batchat clip him? I need to ignore the Tiger too. I need to go for the Batchat. Come on. Faster. I know the ISU's gonna die. This is actually awful now. Oh, this is so bad. Rip. Actually rip. Why can't I spot him? Really? I don't spot him because of the hill. Because of this mound over here. Oh. I'm not going to kill them both in time. I mean, he could have gone back. Don't know. Well, rip. Well, we got unlucky with the timings, to be fair. If we had a little bit more luck with the Tiger 2 when he spotted us, then it would have been different. Like if that Tiger 2 didn't go around the corner at that exact moment, we would have been fine. But we got unlucky. So yeah, 3.2k. We are 95k, including the personal reserves, which is nice. Yeah, not a great game, but a bit boring, in my opinion, as well. Right, let's play this exact loadout, just without rations. And I'll show you what it's like. And I tell you what, we are not going to do that because we are going to choose our HP boost. And, well, I mean, I suppose nothing really changes. So we can leave the other stuff, but it's not exactly the same. It's just without the turbo, so... there's no point going AP here because it's tier 8s. Although, actually, maybe there was a... yeah, I could have probably gone for AP here because there's not many tier 8 heavy tanks. So... it's a little bit annoying. A little bit laggy as well. Don't know why. Shouldn't be. Unlucky. But it was only AP, so it's not like it really matters if we miss. The shells are practically free. Wonderful. Well, we just play around like this. And he's now perma-tracked. No one finishes him though. Unlucky. We will be having to switch to PCR soon because we're going to run out of ammo. Nice. That's not a bad trade. First bit of damage that we take as well. So I'm happy with that. It's fine. I would love to be able to shoot this 53 TP as he crossed, or as he was crossing. I really wish this WZ would just peek out and let me track him. You can perma-track people really, really well in this tank. The Rev gonna go this way. Right, I need to try and run. I'm going to take 2, maybe 3 shots from these Progettos. Man, really? No, if I die, I'll die. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh, right. Well, we managed to get it into safety. Now, we need to try and get to a position where we can then just farm. And from the back here, we should be able to. Bit scary seeing an ELC there. I didn't kill him because I missed the last shot. That was actually terribly aimed by me. We're up to 2.3k now. It's not bad. Defo for free pushing. Should be able to use the bushes as cover. I'm dead now. Oh no. That's weird. Like, I thought that would be able to hit him. I thought we would be able to go through the car and do damage, but it didn't. Oh well, nothing you can really change about that. We tried our best, and we did an okay amount of damage. So, 2.6k, not too bad. Top of the team on damage, so yeah, not really much we can do. And we take home 78k. Yeah, HP boost definitely helped us out a little bit. It's good for when you're in those city maps and you want to just have a little bit more out of the tank. Realistically speaking, this third slot here, anything goes. Like, literally anything. It doesn't really matter. You could even go and choose, like you could change this to scouting, which we're going to do now. But you could also choose like this and then you get ridiculous camo. Although it's not that bad. Like it's definitely not Barask level where it's like 50 when it's stationary. But you can go something like this and then you get kind of the best of both worlds, where you don't need to have food, and so you have your view range without food, which is good. So let's go and choose this, and we'll play a game in this and see how we do. So we get on El Halluf. Okay, not really my favorite map for this tank, but we'll see what we can do. What are we going to do though? I mean, we're going to go to the start, make our way up to the position where we can actually shoot any heavies that are crossing. This map, realistically speaking, you probably want a turbo, and in my opinion, you shouldn't be running fire extinguisher on this tank. You earn more than enough credits by running food, and you'll probably actually make up the amount of credits that you lose doing more damage. So if you think about it, food's going to increase your DPM, just everything about the tank. So you might actually get more damage by using food, and then therefore you earn more credits for using food than you would fire extinguisher, if that makes sense. And the tank just becomes so much better with food. It's unreal. So do I recommend you use optics? I mean, sure, you could use optics on certain maps. You know, you could have a build with optics, but most of the time, the more mobility is going to be better for you. Unless you're in a city map, obviously, like last game, where HP boost is going to come in nicely.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
Nice, we put 2 in there. It's pretty decent. We could try and shoot the ELC and friends over this side, because I don't really think I'm going to be able to do much else over this way. Should we try and blind the ELC? Leo's there.
Penetration. Penetration.
I'm going to fire a few blind into this push. Maybe the ELC's here. Not quite. We're going to load APCR now. Now that we emptied our clip, we'll load APCR, and should be a lot better sniping at this kind of range as well. Another thing, intuition doesn't do all 3 shells. It will only do the first one, that reduced reload time. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back, and we're going to hopefully help out the people that are defending the base. But I also just, I don't want to just... Very, very nice. I also don't want to just take chancy shells and like rush in as well, because that's just not going to help anyone. No, 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 Mr. ELC. We do not do that around here. Back to the garage you go. Right. Let's see if we can try and make this game turned around a little bit. We can kill this light tank. This would be quite nice. And of course you knocked out my gunner, why wouldn't you? Uh-oh. I'm going to sit here while I get farmed by R2, so... This is annoying. We should have put at least 1 into this WZ. So we're just going to hide for a second. Oh yeah, I can draw on the minimap, can't I? Whee! Okay, I've amused myself enough now. That'd actually be pretty good for map guides and stuff. Should leave that. It's decent. I'm getting called. No, not now. I'm busy. Busy making content. The WZ must be low now. I think he's a one-shot for the Leo, so we're gonna let the Leo go and deal with him. Because, frankly, we don't need to. Maybe we could shoot this Leo. Ooh, Mr. Griller.
Penetration. Penetration.
Unlucky. Third shell doesn't go quite where I wanted it. We are winning now, which is nice. Also, the health is decent. Ooh, what is this? I think we got one into him. LHMTV isn't really doing much. I mean, what he should do right now is go up like this and proxy the gorilla. I really like drawing on this map, I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty good feature, actually. I forgot XVN does that. He's just going proxy spot the gorilla right now. And once the gorilla's proxied, you can then move on to bigger and better things. I don't know if the gorilla is going to be... That's... Come on, man. That one went in. Okay. Well, they should both be a one-shot, right? These games have been challenging, haven't they? Need to try and help out these over here. Maybe I can try and get some side shots onto these. Nice. Conqueror might be pushing. Conqueror's not pushing. Leo. Leo not in that bush. He was in that bush. Rip. Chose the wrong bush to blind. Didn't have a clean shot. Okay. I'll try and help out this guy. Let the Conqueror fire again. Man, I don't have clean shots at this guy. Actual rip. And we high roll. Only just. Where's the Leo coming from? He has to be coming this way. Like, if I was the Leo, I'd probably go and try and kill me. Well, even though that you're on a one-shot, doesn't matter. And Mil 2's pretty healthy, though. Let's try and play maybe this way. Still an unspotted Yuda somewhere. This isn't good. Man, why would you come around that way?
Everyone get out.
Seriously. Ugh. Whatever, we tried. There's not much more I can do. Well, another loss. We got 4.4k. So, what did we even hit? I know we hit the Leo once blind. No, not blind, sorry. We hit the gorilla. Such a long game. Wow. Tier 10 game, by the way. Okay. How much did we make? 72k. Hopefully that suffices for without rations. We're going to play one more game. Maybe with purely more AP. Just, you know, to finish things off. I know I'm going to have a lot of cuts in that last video because we were already up to 50 minutes of recording for 3 games. I mean, at least we're playing okay. Like, 3.5k nearly. This is a really nice tank. It's well worth it. Like, if you are going to spend money on this game, getting a tank, you might as well get a Progetto. It's beautiful. Anyway, final game. Okay, so as promised, you know what? We'll put on optics for this. We have then 500 something meters view range. Because this map, we probably could use optics a little bit more than the turbo in reality. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to go to the left hand side obviously. And hopefully we can get some nice spotting. Probably not spotting at the start, but get into a nice position where we can actually shoot the crosses early on, and then we can move on to thinking about what we're going to do next. Don't have a shot. He got spotted by something. Don't know what. But mostly AP in this match is probably fine, actually, because there's not that many heavies, and it's quite an open map. It's not like you're closed off, having to like being forced to fight the heavies. Wow. Well, he just got obliterated. Do I have a shot at any of these? Maybe the 112? I have a shot at his cupola, but that's it. Even with APCR, I'm not getting through that. I mean, most people have gone over this side by the looks of things. T49 adventuring. We may get some spots on people further back in a second. Not on this guy though. Not really much I can do to this guy. I mean, the gun's good, but we can overmatch a UDES as well, which is beautiful.
They're knocked out.
See if we can feather a shot through. Please, man. Why would you stick your gun just in the way? It's infuriating when people do that.
Enemy armor is damaged.
It's fine so far. Let's see if we can put another one into this guy in a second, maybe. Nope, not really. I wasn't expecting him to stop there, to be honest. We won't fire everything. Not yet. Do we have shots at this guy? I mean, we do, but not really great shots.
Penetration.
Panther 88 spotted us. Let's progress forwards a little bit, I think, to where this Skoda is, and then maybe we can get some shots on the people that are camped over here. I think that's the best thing that we can do at the moment. I know this is the more dangerous way, but... Don't you just love bouncing lower plates of tanks? It's really good, isn't it? You know what? Now we can just push forwards.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Well, not so much to do in this game, but... I mean, to be honest, at least I didn't have to use my brain too much. So yeah. Not a great game, but there you go. Considering that it was fast, it was a fast game, I'm not too disheartened about that. Yeah. That's the Progetto though. It's just a solid tank. So after all of that, we earned 326k credits, even though we were spamming gold. How much did we earn in that last game? I think it was like 80k. So you can see that the difference between the two, not really that much. I mean, yes, we didn't do as much damage as the others, but if we were spamming gold, it wouldn't have really made much of a difference. So in premium tanks, I recommend you just do something like this. You know, when you meet tier 6s, you can then switch to this, or in something where it's not as needed for the, you know, maybe you're in Himmelsdorf. If you're in Himmelsdorf tier 6, and this is beautiful because, you know, you have every single advantage and you don't need the gold. You can equip survivability, and that is then your Himmelsdorf loadout. And the 1,500 hit points really doesn't help out, especially in higher tier games, but also majority of the time, that more hit points is going to help you out a lot more in the lower tier games, because they won't have, you know, like 400 alpha damage guns. They'll have maybe 150 or so. So you can afford to take 150 and still be on your original hit points nearly. So it's really nice. It's an extra shot completely. So yeah, that's the Progetto. I love this thing. It's actually a beautiful tank. So I hope that you did all enjoy. I hope that you found this useful. If you did pick up the Progetto, let me know down in the comments down below. And yeah, come join the Discord. That way you get notifications when I go live on Twitch, when I upload a video. And also just updates on what I'm doing. If there isn't going to be a video, Discord is by far the best place to be. So if you're not already in it, then join down below as well. There'll be a link either in the pinned comment or in the description. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you all in there. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video.